I seriously can't believe what just happened. I thought winning my first ever Stumble Guys game was just pure luck. Honestly, I didn't even think I deserved that win. I was a complete beginner. I didn't know the maps, I didn't know the shortcuts, and I was still trying to understand the controls. I was basically just running, jumping, and hoping I wouldn't be the next player eliminated. So when I somehow managed to win my first game, I thought there was no chance it would happen again. It was probably just a lucky match. Maybe the other players were new. Maybe everything just went perfectly by accident. But then I joined my second match. And this time, I already knew something was different. The lobby was filled with players who looked experienced. They had better skins, they moved faster, and they were playing like they had mastered every map. Meanwhile, I was still the same player, who had no idea what was happening. My only goal was simple: survive the first round. I wasn't thinking about winning. I wasn't thinking about reaching the final. I just wanted to avoid getting eliminated immediately. The countdown ended, and the game started. Everyone rushed forward instantly. Players were jumping perfectly, avoiding obstacles, and taking routes I didn't even know existed. I was already falling behind. I missed jumps, got knocked around, and made mistakes that should have ended my game. In my head, I was already thinking, this is where I lose. But somehow, I kept moving. Somehow, I reached the finish line before the elimination. I had survived the first round. But I knew the next round would be even harder. The second map loaded, and that's when things became serious. The obstacles were faster. The timing was harder. And every player around me looked like they knew exactly what they were doing. I watched people fly through the map like they had played it hundreds of times. And then there was me, trying to figure everything out while the match was already happening. Every mistake felt like it was going to end my run. Every time I fell, I thought I was done. But something unexpected started happening. Instead of getting worse, I started improving. I started learning the timing. I started understanding when to jump. I started noticing patterns in the maps. The obstacles that confused me at the beginning were slowly becoming easier. For the first time, I wasn't surviving only because of luck. I was actually getting better. Then, another round started. And this was the moment where I thought my run would finally end. The remaining players were serious. Everyone was fighting for a spot in the final. Players who looked much better than me were getting eliminated. One by one, they disappeared. And somehow, I was still there. At that point, I started thinking maybe I actually had a chance. But I didn't want to get too confident. Because in Stumble Guys, one small mistake can change everything. Then the final round appeared. The second I saw the map, I knew this was going to be the biggest challenge. Everything came down to this one game. No more chances. No more extra rounds. One mistake and my entire run would be over. The countdown started. 3, 2, 1, go. Everyone rushed forward. The experienced players immediately took the lead. I was behind, but I stayed calm. I stopped rushing. I stopped panicking. I focused on every move. Every jump mattered. Every second mattered. I watched other players make mistakes around me. Some fell behind. Some got eliminated. And suddenly, I realized something. I was one of the last players remaining. The beginner who joined this match expecting to lose was actually fighting for the win. My heart was racing. I was so close, but I knew one mistake could end everything. I made the final jumps. I avoided the last obstacles. And then I crossed the finish line. I won. Again. I just sat there staring at the screen, because I couldn't believe I joined a random Stumble Guys match and somehow walked away with another victory.